And now your Thursday night football preview, the Eagles and the Giants. And why don't we check out the actual live line on these games at mybookie.ag, where you're going to get a 100% sign-up bonus if you sign up right now and use promo code Duffy. If you're a small-time player, just want to check it out, yeah, put $100 in there. You'll have $200 to bet with. Philadelphia is now laying 2, minus 115, and a total 44.5. But you see with the varying juice, it's very important that you do note it's good to shop around for the best lines, and there are other sports books we recommend. They're all listed at offshoreinsiders.com. Teams on a 4-game or more against the spread losing streak that were a playoff team the previous season are 60-33 against the spread. That would favor the Eagles, and 51-25 off of a loss. Eli Manning is the number one under quarterback since 2016. He's gone under 24-13. The Eagles, since Jim Schwartz became defense coordinator in 2016, have allowed 24.9 points per game on the road compared to 14.9 at home. Now, I have told you that many of our systems in the NFL and the NBA especially, and they're the ones where it's really most able to accurately measure it from against the spread standpoint, but it's very rare when splits hold up. This is an example, though, where the splits have held up over several years, at least from a straight-up standpoint, where Philadelphia clearly much better defensively at home. But keep in mind, another thing that I've said is that defenses rely a lot more on emotion than offenses do. And you can see where Philadelphia, especially when things are going well, they've got the great crowd, and you can see how the defense would kind of feed off of that much more than the offense would. So the fact that the defensive statistics are the big splits, not so much offensively, I do think that is significant, as well as, of course, you know, the noise can get to the other team where they got to do more audibles, etc. So really on our podcast, on our actual picks, I decide, and I use the best metrics in the world to come up with the picks at offshoreinsiders.com, why I'm 33-11 football run, why I've been in the business for 30 years. Got the NFL side for tonight at offshoreinsiders.com. But here on the podcast, I do more of an I report and you decide. I give you the information for those of you who do handicapping on your own. If you do handicapping on your own, or even if you get the best sports books in the world, you always want to get paid on time, so check out the sports books at offshoreinsiders.com. Manning in the last 2 meetings last year, he did very well. 800 yards passing combined and 6 touchdown strikes. Now, so it will affect the depth at wide receiver. Russell Shepard is out for the New York Football Giants. You know, he's all right. 4 receptions on 8 targets this year, 0 touchdowns. Philadelphia banged up defensively with linebacker Nate Gary, linebacker DJ Alexander, Haloti Ngata, Corey Graham, their safety. Ngata, of course, is a defensive tackle. All these guys are out. Darren Sproles and Jay Ajayi both out in the backfield for Philadelphia. However, Corey Clement returns after a 2-game absence, so no continuity there. The Eagles got 60% of the bets and 62% of the money on them. Not really a large majority considering the public's love of road favorites. So that's, if anything, slightly below the median. You know, as we said, the public really likes to bet favorites on prime time. Well, not so much prime time. They love, my God, they love betting road favorites in the NFL. So the fact that it's 60% is a little bit below the norm, in fact. Now let's take a look at some ATS records. Philadelphia is 4-1 on Thursday Night Football. 7-3 after getting more than 350 total yards in the previous game. 7-3 after allowing more than 250 passing yards in the previous game. 13-7 on field turf. 1-5 following a spread loss. The New York Football Giants are 7-3 on Thursdays. 4-9 on field turf. 3-7 at home. 6-15 after allowing more than 30 points in the previous game. 3-8 to the NFC, and 0-6 following a spread win. Some series trends: Philly has covered 8 out of 11 in New York. They're 13-6, the Eagles are. In the last 20 meetings, there's also a push thrown in there. Some over-under stuff. Philadelphia's going over 11-4 to the NFC East, and over 28-12 following a straight-up loss. The New York Giants have gone under 5 of 6 at home and under 9-3 overall. Again, you see well, some of you are listening to this on our podcast simulcast, but those of you who are watching on wherever you're watching it, on Periscope and YouTube especially, but a couple other places. You can see what we've done, dominating. Saturday, we got 3 Wise Guy plays 5 majors. Sunday, 3 Wise Guy plays 4 majors. They're all football. Friday, 2 college football. Maybe we'll be adding some baseball as well. OffshoreInsiders.com is both the best picks and the most thoroughly vetted sports books.